bit for so I can load the game because that takes like 2 minutes for me.
Yeah, no problem.
The game is kind of big.
We ended with the Mamluks, if I remember correctly.
I think yeah, we ended with the Mamluks. We did the Ottomans before.
Um,
So I think the next one. Well, no, we ended at Ethiopia. I
yeah,
think
we can
because it's that.
get an overlook of Africa real quick, then Arabia, and jump into
Yeah, I
India.
think Africa's just gonna be quick because it's Africa. There's not much to discuss.
Yeah, so basically Ethiopia is like not in a good spot. Um, he doesn't have that many players around him. There is Rassids, there is Ajuran and Mamluks, but that's quite an easy situation. I guess he left. I guess the player left because he's at max monarch points in every category, max war exhaustion as well. Rebels are going to spawn, so basically it looks like a rage quit to
Hmm.
me. In terms of tech, he's at tech 3 everywhere, so yeah, I guess he left during the session.
Yeah,
And
makes sense.
the country is a little bit dead. He could take the techs and do something, but his land is fully occupied. There is no point discussing it much more.
Yeah,
We can
Ethiopia is that.
go
I'm
to
still loading in, by the way.
yeah. Okay, tell me when you
Yeah.
in it.
I mean, Ethiopia. The issue with Ethiopia in normal games is that it should not die
Yeah,
because
the
it's strongest nation in the region. But
if it doesn't
you
get hinted by Mamluks early on, he should not have much problems.
yeah,
And I don't think that Kimi killed him, so I don't know what
it
happened.
didn't.
So I don't really know what happened. Ajuran is making not that much money. 4.78. I would have guessed that they had more in trade, but I don't know what is happening there. They should focus a little bit more on trade. Their force limit is 14, so that's decent. They have no privileges. Technology wise, they
Eh,
are tech
Give me
4.
a second.
Yeah. Apart from that, they don't have special missions. Diplomatically, they are allied to Rassids. So it leaves a big enemy in Kilwa down south. They haven't stated everything, but that's only one province, so it's not really an issue. And they vassalized Pate. So overall, a quite a quiet start. They will need to improve the economy and the mana generation if they want to be relevant later on in the game, but they don't have direct threats if Kilwa does not come knocking. We can hope to Kilwa. So, Kilwa is making much
Okay.
more money.
Back to Ashura because I'm finally in the save and looking at him.
Yeah,
He didn't do anything with the estates.
yeah.
Only collected, I think, Gunland. Probably, maybe. I'm not sure. So that's actually okay. He didn't take the early game mercs.
No,
That's also minus for him. He would be doing a little bit better with them, I believe. Like a lot better.
I don't really understand why he's making so little from trade. He
Let me check it out.
Oh,
Uh,
he's
Very
collecting.
simple.
Oh, he's
He's
collecting in
collecting like
Zanzibar.
an idiot.
He should put his merchant here.
Yeah, he should have his merchant in the Gulf of Aden.
Yeah,
He shouldn't be collecting in the Zanzibar, and he should be transferring trade power
yeah.
from Ethiopia,
he can't from
not
Coromandel yet.
from Gujarat, because he has no trade power there.
He has three.
It's
He
all
has three
scuffed.
merchants,
Trade is extremely scuffed.
and he has two heavies, so that's not bad.
Well, yeah, he has the morph
but he
ball. They don't
should
do anything.
protect trade with the
The
light
light ships.
ships. Yeah.
You should get some mana generation going on through the estates if he can't afford the advice. At least he take the mill points. He should disinherit his immediately. Wait. Oh, he can't disinherit his. Oh,
No,
that
he's
sucks.
a theocracy. Okay,
Well,
so
okay, he's a
Killua
theocracy. That's actually good.
Killua deved the institution in his capital, which is a very good thing, especially since it's a gold mine. So he is making a fair bit of money out of that. He will probably be able to secure the other gold mines that are down south, which is good for him. He vassalized. No, Sofala starts as his vassal, so he took some land, but not that much. Since he will have the institution, he should have a technological advantage over the other player around, which is nice. Um, in terms of privileges, he does not have the mana generation, which is a mistake, but he took others. He has advisors, a level 2 trade advisor, which is not bad, even though his trade income is extremely small compared to like gold and tax.
Yeah.
Um, Overall, it's a B or an A. I think he doesn't have that many threats. There is a player arriving in Emerina, so that will
Yeah.
change a little bit the balance of the region.
And I just wanna say I don't have the save edited save loaded. I don't know about you XVR, but I don't.
No, that's the non-edited save.
Yeah. So we
So
both don't have that.
yeah, I'm just looking at the map real quick to see is that the good one? No, it's not.
He has actual advisors, so that's really good from him. His king and I are really good, so he's gonna have a good time in the future. Yeah, I think he's in pretty strong position. I will give him straight away.
Yeah,
His only mistakes is the estates.
he is allied with Buhagong. He is allied with Congo, so two players, and the closest one apart from Ajoran. So basically, what I see is that Killua is very probably going to first secure the gold mine south and then kill off Ajoran. That would be the
Yeah,
no
he's in a
normal.
really good position. He's in a way better position than Ajuran. It's not reflected in the force limit, and it's not reflected in the manpower.
Yeah,
And he is still Militech free. So wait, let me take a look at Ajuran real quick.
he's four.
Uh,
He's four.
Ajuran is
Ajoran.
about to hit Tech 5.
Yeah,
If so, Kilva is actually C because Ajuran can just kill Kilva day one.
yeah, yeah.
He
It's
should
true
just
that
no C. Like if I was Ajuran, I would just no CB Kilva, and
yeah,
there's nothing he can do about it
he
because
deved a lot.
he has
Yeah,
because he has military. Like Ajuran has Miltex, and he's gonna hit Miltech 5 before Kilva hits Miltech 4.
yeah, but
Miltech
Ajoran is making
Kilva has
only
4.
four months, and
Hmm?
Ajoran is making 4 a month, so he would go like bankrupt extremely soon.
Well, the issue is like Kilva cannot defend against Ajuran in any way.
Not sure.
Like, I'm 100% sure that they can't because of the tech. Look at the Kilva has Miltech 3 and has no mana, I think.
Yeah, but you see, Buhagong,
Ajuran has Tech 4, is about to hit Tech 5 in 2 years.
Buhagong already has Tech 5 and is allied to Killua,
I mean,
and
can he march over there?
yeah, Buhagong can. He sees
Okay,
Bate, he sees everything.
I mean, it depends, but yeah.
So yeah, Buhagong. So it's a new formable from the mod. It's played by Buku, who's a decent player. He knows how the
Hmm?
game works. He has the mana privileges. He's at 20% crown land, so that's nicely done. He has advisors, even though he's not making a lot of money, his mana generation is completely okay. In terms of tech, he has the mill tech. He's a little bit lagging in other techs, but that's really not a problem. His force limit is decent. He pretty much will need to finish cleaning up the Lake Victoria region, but he already vassalized Kalundwe in order to go into Congo, which will be probably a point of contention later on, since Congo, well, Kilwa is allied to both Congo and Buhagang, but there will be very probably a conflict between these two.
Yeah.
Buhagang has tech cost and ID cost in his traditions, which will give him a lot of mana, mana savings along the time, and he will get the institution from Kilwa. So overall, he will be
Yeah.
able to dev quite early on, thanks to that. So I think it's a good start, good position. He's
He's gonna
extremely
get
safe.
Siberian Frontiers eventually, so that's gonna buff him by a lot. Yeah, I
Yeah.
would actually give Wuhageng an S rating.
Well, the Siberian frontier is going to arrive quite late.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite late, but it's still gonna be quite powerful, and he can focus all on military and ideas and economics and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's gonna get the land basically for free. So that
Uh,
should be very nice for him.
we can go to Congo.
Congo. He already unlocked a. This is the weirdest stuff I ever seen. Like he's one of the first
Yeah.
people to unlock a idea group, and he went religious.
Yeah, so in terms of tech, he's 534, but he can nearly take the diplomatic and military ones. And as you said, he went religious first, which is very probably a mistake.
Yeah.
So don't do that. Uh, well, he doesn't have any ideas yet, so he can still change, and I hope he takes something else. Uh, Probably a military one first to kill Buhagang. That would be really strong. Or
Yeah.
exploration maybe, or something like that. Something expansion. Expansion could be a decent choice in order to colonize a little bit around him. Economically speaking, is making 8.5 ducats a month, which is okay. He has a good force limit, 17, so he is possibly stronger than his neighbors at the moment. And there is no real threats to him apart from Buhagang. Mali is too far away, and Songhai as well, so a quiet and peaceful start for him so far.
Yeah. I think we
Mm,
could go rather explosive rather soon. When I'm looking at the mission tree, he's following it, and he's gonna have to fight the Wuha gang. But once he finishes that, he gets basically claims on everything.
yeah,
So yeah, like Wuha gang has to watch out, and these two are gonna definitely fight.
yeah, and
So
Kilwa will be
so
the
it's gonna come down to Congo fighting Wuha gang and Ajuran fighting Kilva at the same time, basically.
yeah. Well, I'm not sure Ajuran wants to pull the trigger. Like his economy is really bad.
I
So
think he should pull the trigger,
what I
but
see is a fight between Congo and Buhagang, and Kilwa uh, having to pick a side and basically deciding which one is going to live and which one is going to die.
I mean, yeah,
Um,
the estates from Congo are also managed very well. So yeah,
yeah, the mana generation is good. He has the advisors. He's going to trigger the event with Master of Mint and
yeah,
Trader, so he will get 200 free mana in
yeah.
both admin and diplo. So he knows what he's doing. That's
Even for admin focus, which is kind of weird, but I think it's gonna kind of working out for him. So I would give him an A.
I think he went for that because he took a religious ID, but if
Yeah.
he changes to expansion, then it's not wasted, so it's good. He still has quite some AIs to gobble up, even though Kalundwe is a vassal of Buhagang. We can go to Mali and Songhai, possibly.
Yeah, let's take a first look at Mali.
Yeah. So in terms of gold mines, he has three. Uh, One is dev to 8, another to 6, and the third one is not dev yet. But that should be quite a lot of money. Yeah, 15 ducats a month.
Mm.
The estates are okay. He has the most important ones. Um, the mana generation is good. He has his very bad ruler died quite early. It looks like. Um, he he has a
Yeah,
064 regent, which is not
quite good.
not the best since you want a little bit admin early on, but still quite decent. Having 6 diplo points is very nice, seeing that he wants to dev 3 gold provinces really quick.
Yeah.
In terms of technologies, is 445, so everything is okay there. And in terms of force limits, 16. So overall, the nation is ready to fight. It's going well. It's going well for him.
Yeah,
He
I will give him an A.
yeah
There's no much.
he vassalized Mossy, which is a central power. He will use it as a march possibly.
Oh no, I just realized he has two corruption. That's kind of bad.
Well, well, two corruption is dealable. Like you can definitely
Yeah,
go
but it's
for that.
just like weird because why would he should like why should he have any corruption when he can just root it out? He has so much money, he can just ignore it.
He
Like
has
he could just.
the interaction, with the Muslims that allows you to
He's
reduce.
nowhere near to press it though.
No, it's not. But it's very easy to farm legalism. Just need to declare 2 or 3 wars against AIs, and you can have it.
I mean, yeah, but still, that kind of sucks.
Actually,
And I
some players like to play with a little bit of corruption. Like Byzantic plays with 5 corruption like all game long. I don't
this is
understand,
weird.
but
Because like you're literally paying up 5%. Like everything is costing you 5% extra just because you're retarded.
yeah.
I find that extremely stupid.
But two corruption is still like you can definitely recover, no problem.
Yeah. Oh, what happened here?
What?
I just look at Songhai, and this is just
Oh,
weird.
yeah. Yeah, so Songhai and Mali has a deal. It looks like Songhai wants to go exploration, which is very weird. He already unlocked 2 ideas, even though it still does not have a coast, and he wants to go into South America. He's snaking across Messina, and he declared on Jolof
Sure, yeah.
just before the end of session, and he will go for colonization, which I don't understand since the Songhai ideas are quite good: morale, army tradition, discipline, infantry combat ability, fort defense. So he has all the tools to be continental power, but he decided to go for colonization. I guess why not? It's going to be a nice meme to have South African
Yeah.
Songhai.
And the Mali and the Songhai like always have to fight each other, and one of them dies. So I think it's actually not that bad of an idea for Songhai to exile. And
Yeah,
if Mali is gonna
yeah,
fund
yeah.
fund his like exilement, then he should be fine. Like I don't see a problem with it. Like his
Uh,
ideas are not even bad in the new world.
yeah. I mean, he's at -2 stab, which is a little bit problematic
Yeah.
because he rushed admin tech 5 to get the IDs, and he's lagging a little bit behind in military tech, but overall that's decent since the only player that could have been a problem has a deal with him. So we will very probably see a strong Mali once Songhai exile.
Yeah.
Mali is going to be in a very good position. So I would give a straight A to Mali and a B or C to Songhai,
I would give
since
A to Mali, C to Songhai.
yeah, we will see how it works out. But I'm a little bit like surprised by the choice of Songhai.
Yeah.
We can go to Arabia.
Yeah.
Racids.
Let's go to receipts.
Yeah. So Racids is a very nice pick. In terms of ideas, the nation is extremely strong.
Yeah.
Infantry
It has
combat
also
ability.
extremely strong religion because there's
Yeah,
Shia and they get this ID. It's
yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah. So
Plus they got the Jafari scores. So that's very well played.
it's definitely a difficult pick to pull off, since it starts with only like two provinces and it's extremely poor. But once he forms Yemen, he will be in a good spot. What does he need to form Yemen? He needs Aden, and he is conquering it uh, like right now. So he will unite Yemen, which will give him some cores around the region. Oh yeah, he needs to kill Yemen as well. But once that's done, he will be in a good spot. Ethiopia being dead, it leaves Hormuz, Ajoran, and Mamluks to play with. And so far, he is allied to Ajoran and Bahamanis, which is a very good choice. But he is not allied with Hormuz, so there will probably be a fight between the two of them. Hormuz being allied to Timurids, so that's going to be quite interesting.
Yeah.
The alliance between Bahamanis and Racids is extremely interesting, since they have both the nice schools of the Shia religion. Racids has the 10% shock damage received, and Bahamanis has the 10% shock damage inflicted to enemy. In early game, that's 20. These 20% difference are extremely strong.
That's like basically almost like 10 extra discipline, I would say. A
Yeah,
little bit more even.
yeah.
Oh, that's like 10 discipline.
I don't remember who plays Racids. It's not on the Skanderberg, but it's nicely done. Um,
Only
it's
mistake I would say he has 6 loans and he didn't take the Merchant's Guild loans.
Yeah, and
And he's
in
gonna take
terms of
another one, so he should take that and repay like 1 or 2 of his normal loans. How much money can he take? He can take 70 ducats, so that's gonna help him repay his loans. So he should be fine in terms of money.
he has a good ruler and good heir. He didn't take the admin and diplomatic privileges to get the mana.
Which is
If I were him, I would like give these two and then get 140 ducats from selling the titles, and you can repay all the loans but one instantly. That would be a good thing to do.
I
But
mean, if I was him in this War of Conquest, well, he's gonna get the land from conquering anyway, so he doesn't have to really rush for anything. I think he doesn't even have to sell the tiles because once he conquers these guys, he should be just able he should just be able to get the money from Aden to repay most of his loans. He's gonna be fine.
yeah.
I would give Rashids an A, even though they're behind on estates and stuff like that. I think they're still doing well. Should be on par. Their diplo position is also pretty good, so we're gonna see how they pull it off.
Yeah,
But they can potentially easily die to Hormus and Timurids. It just depends.
he can die to Hormuz, but now that Ethiopia is dead, he will be able to go into Africa. And
Yeah,
if he manages to get one of the gold mines, he will be in a very good spot.
yeah,
So A or
we got
B, but
this.
it's going well so far.
Yeah.
Hormuz. Hormuz is making nearly 10 ducats, which is quite nice. A lot of it from trade, obviously, since the Hormuz trade node is quite good.
Yeah.
Um, he, he has a force limit of 15, which is good. He is allied to the Timurids, so the only problems for him would be Mamluks and Racids.
Yeah.
He can
There are few mistakes he made. First, he didn't take the free company marks, which would help him really a lot in the early wars and everything,
Yeah,
because they're really cheap. I mean, he could still take them and take a diplo advisor, He didn't take any mana
Mana
generating
generation, yeah.
estate privileges. That's also a mistake.
He has, well, not the best of rulers and heirs. Well, that's okay, but that's not really good. I would disinherit the the heir. The ruler you
Yeah,
can
I
keep
would
him
too.
since he has the discipline, but like it's lacking a
Yeah,
little bit of.
that should just get disinherited. I think, from what I looked around, I would actually give him a C currently. Like he's in a good spot, but
That's a
there's
bit
so many
harsh.
mismanaged things. There's no estates generating mana. He doesn't get enough mana from his ruler and his
Yeah, but at the
behind on
meantime,
advisors. He's still quite far away from Miltech 5.
he expanded quite a lot. He secured like a good chunk of land. He
Yeah.
has a good alliance with the Timurids, and if he were to lower autonomy everywhere, his force limit would be 17, and his money would be like over 10 ducats. So I think the nation is doing well. He could do better with the estates and everything, but the nation is not.
Yeah, I
It's in a
think
good spot.
he's like C because there are a lot of stuff that's mismanaged in my opinion.
Um,
But it's yeah, I just think that he can afford to deploy the visor and doesn't have one, which makes sense because his income currently doesn't have any money in treasury. He has no estates generation of mana, and he's gonna need that mana because he's definitely behind on it. He didn't even accept Omani culture, which he should have probably, because it's like half of his country, even though it's in his culture group. I think he should have still accepted.
yeah, that would make sense, especially since he wants to convert some of the land.
Uh,
He is Ibadi. He flipped to Ibadi actually. Okay, why not?
that's kind of
And he took the dev cost school, which is nice. But
that's actually good, but also he took in the noble privileges. He took the enforced trader privileges, which is kind of bad in my opinion,
yeah,
because he should still want the manpower early game, even though he makes a lot of money from
well,
trade. It's still
I
not
think
enough.
he's going to
Give me
play.
a second. I
Yeah.
need to do something.
So it looks like Hormuz is going to go for the moneymaker kind of play style, and he will play with Timurids. I think they have a deal. Hormuz being a trading nation, generating money and financing Timurids for his wars, which would be a nice dynamic for the two of them. I would not be surprised to see him going for trade ID first. That could be a gameplay for him. We will go to Quora Coin Loot then.
Sorry, my family was annoying me. Where are we?
Yeah, so basically I said that Hormuz and Timurids are probably going to go for Hormuz being a trading money-making nation and Timurids being the fighting one. And so I probably think Hormuz should go trade first.
I don't think that's a good idea. The simple answer why it's not a good idea is because the Hormuz trade node is not actually that good. So him going for a trade nation doesn't make that much sense because the Persian trade node. Give me a second.
Yeah, so
So
I
I don't think like what Hormuz is doing makes any sense because the he's not gonna be able to harness real trade and
Hormuz
Persian
is
trade is like way
not
better.
Hormuz is not that much of a good node, but Gulf of Aden is, and if he manages to get the land of Rasids with the help of Timurids, then he can make a good chunk of money in Aden. So that's
I
definitely.
mean, yeah, but I still think those two, like Persia and Hormuz, would be still be better off just transferring it all to Persia.
Mhm, possibly, yeah.
I still think that's so. I don't think Hormuz going a trade nation doesn't make that much sense. So I
Um,
would give Hormuz a C. It's a strong nation, and I'm underrating him a bit. But the thing is, I usually in the early game rate for how well the nation is managed,
yeah, yeah.
and because he is behind on mana and has no estate privileges.
I would give a B since he managed to flip religion and secure a little bit of land, which
I
is
mean, yeah, but the
totally.
Rashids can't secure that much land
Mhm.
in the early game.
I hoped to Cora Coinlu, so in terms of estates, I'm not really happy with the choices he made, especially this one. He took control over monetary policy, which is an increase of all power costs. That's not really good. Um,
Yeah,
and
as I said, that's a noob trap, I think.
and he
Yeah.
didn't take the mana generation. He doesn't have any advisors.
He took
He has
one generation in the military, so that's okay, I guess.
9 loans. That's quite a lot. Um,
Should probably
he's
take the higher DME taxes.
he's secured some good land in Iraq, um, in the Persian Gulf. He also I think that's the only land he took, but he's fighting at the moment Shirvan and Mazandaran. I believe that they have a deal with Timurids. Timurids may get Mazandaran and he may get Ardabil and Shirvan, which would be a nice land division. It doesn't have any aggressive expansion, so I don't really understand where he lost the money. Like he has nearly 900 ducats of loans, and I don't know
He still
why.
didn't take his Merchant's Guild loans, which is kind of bad.
Yeah,
And he gave them monopoly over textile, so he should probably revoke that and get a like once they came up, he should probably say he doesn't want it anymore and just get the
I mean,
get the 5 loans from that estate. That should really help him economically. He has commercial advisory board and no advisor.
yeah.
That's weird. Uh, he has the primacy of the emir, so it's kind of good. He should probably get these. He didn't get the supremacy over the sultanate,
His
which is bad.
he has a scripted general who died. That's a little bit sad,
Kind of unlucky, but that happens.
but
But
his
he should
replacement.
definitely. He shouldn't have taken right of the council. He should have taken supremacy over the sultanate because it's almost the same thing, but it buffs everyone equally.
Yeah,
So that's really good.
he should
Uh,
disinherit his heir,
he
like
should also get increased levies because he needs the manpower. Yeah, he should definitely disinherit this.
yeah.
How
That's
is he sitting around with this one? That's unbelievable.
that's a yeet. Yeet.
That's I'm gonna be honest. I think Kayakoinul right now is actually underperforming quite heavily.
In
Even
terms
though
of
he's military
mechanics,
high.
yes. In terms of diplomacy, he's allied with both the Ottomans and the Timurids, two of
Yeah,
the
that's
strongest
true.
nations in the
He has
world.
4 corruption, like almost 4 corruption.
I really don't know where the money went. Like, I
Yeah, what did he spend it all on?
I don't think he had a player war, so I'm really surprised.
No, like this nation, it shouldn't be in a state like this. It just shouldn't. That just shouldn't be possible. Like I played QQ and I know like what I don't know how he managed to be so bad with. I
Yeah,
took over
well,
QQ after it was an AI and I looked way better than him.
yeah, but then again, the diplomatic situation is nice, and once he finished mopping up the AIs, he will be in a good spot. Like, it's good land. You have a lot of defensive terrain and a lot of terrain that is nice to dev. There
Yeah,
are
but he might
good
just get killed by enemies later on. We shall see.
good trade goods with um, silk and stuff like that. So that's decent. We can go to the hordes,
To who?
the
Yeah,
golden
the Horde.
horde.
Great Horde is played, right?
Yeah, great horde is played. The money is okay. It's quite normal not to be
Prepare
extremely
to
rich.
take Tech 5. He has a mill advisor, that's nice. He has a decent amount of money. Everything is good. He could probably end Russia the next time.
He made the mill focus. His ruler is extremely bad, but with the hordes, it's difficult to choose your rulers. So you cannot always have what you want. At least he is a bold fighter, so he gives land leader shock.
Yeah, he should just disinherit his immediately because you don't care if you don't have an heir as a horde because you automatically get a ruler,
Yeah,
and I don't think he can roll much worse than he already has probably.
yeah, but then again, you need the prestige, especially if he wants to int Muscovy. He needs the prestige for the morale. The force limit is
The
20.
difference of prestige is 5% prestige, and I think just eating the hair out is better in the long term. The five
So
prestige is not worth having a shitty like having a shitty hair. He should take a
he,
large tribal host so he gets
oof,
more manpower,
that's a
even though he has a
problem.
lot.
That's a problem. Yeah, his army composition is still 75% infantry.
That's horrible. You should always like, especially with this mod, where you can go 100% cavalry
Yeah,
all the time,
you should go.
almost like all the time. Especially when you're hot, you get plus 25.
Yeah, he should go full cav.
So he should go full cap. You always go full cap.
And
He can sail tile
he
to
didn't
like
take the estates that give manpower, which is I think a mistake.
was a mistake. He should probably have his capital a little bit and sail tile, because when you're between 20 and 30 uh crownland, it doesn't matter. It doesn't give you any debuffs basically.
Yeah, but he took nice land into Crimea. He took oh, he has cores on Kazan. Is that normal? Yeah. Oh no, oh, he lost land to Kazan.
Yeah, he did.
He lost 3
It's really
provinces to
weird.
Kazan, and
So
Kazan is
like,
not played.
we're gonna see how the next session goes, but I think he's just gonna end Muscovy with Uzbek. And if we take a look back at Muscovy, because that's who are we gonna be comparing him to.
Yeah.
They should be able to roll over him. I think.
Yeah, Muscovy invested a lot in the Swedish Denmark war,
Yeah,
and
plus he's gonna be bleeding autonomy everywhere in his nation.
he's in a bad spot at the moment. He has a
Moment,
21
they should
potential
just
horde.
go and punish Muscovy for him being greedy.
Yeah, I think that Uzbek can take Muscovy 1v1. So if
Yeah,
Great
yeah,
Horde
he
is going,
probably can, but Grey Horde is just gonna simplify that by a mile,
yeah.
because then you have basically at least 2.5 combat stack, which is nice. I think probably.
Yeah.
I don't know what's Uzbek's
So
force
Great
limit.
Horde, I would give a C so far since he lost to an AI, but if he manages to int Muscovy, it can still be a nice nation.
Yeah, like that's fair. I would give him a B, even though he fucked up against AI. He's in still a good position. Like he can get those scores back very easily.
Uzbek is doing well on techs. He has the tech 5. He has a force limit of 34, so he can definitely fight. Can definitely fight a lot. He has his spies in Timurids, Chagatai, and Oirat, so it looks like he is planning to go east rather than west. Does he have claims
Huh?
on Muscovy yet? He has no claims on Muscovy, and he doesn't look like he's planning to get to make one.
He has a very low horde unit though.
Yeah, possibly his ruler died once or twice. At least the one he has now is good, and is quite young, so
Yeah, he
that's
should
okay.
also pop in 2 advisors because he can afford them very easily.
Yeah,
His force limit is really big. Yeah, he should just
he
he should just
just
hit someone.
secured the gold mine in Bashgirid, so that's good for him. He's making a castle at the moment, but he has not dev'd it yet.
Yeah, so that's a mistake. He should just exploit the dev for tax dev, so the deving of deploy is cheaper,
Yeah,
and just
and his
start
armies
smashing a button with
his
land
armies
development
still
encouragement.
have infantry as well. He has a lot
Yeah,
of
you
infantry.
always wanna get rid of your infantry as
Yeah.
horde. Just delete it. Like if I play horde, I'm fine with deleting the infantry day one. I don't give a shit.
But he has a decent manpower. He has a decent manpower regeneration as well. 350 at this stage of the game
Yeah.
is good. So
But you are hot, you're always gonna have good manpower,
yeah,
no matter what
militarily
you do.
speaking, he is definitely a threat for every of his neighbors. Even Timurids, that is really strong, needs to be a little bit worried of what Uzbek is planning to do. He has a lot of formables if he wants to. He could go for Bukhara, he could go for possibly Timurids if he wanted to. He could go for the Mughal Empire, but that's a lot of work. But that's definitely a nice nation to play.
I would give him an A.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Economically speaking, he's still a little bit behind Timurids and Muscovy, but once he devs the gold mine, it's going to be better.
Yeah. Let's take a look at
Timmy?
Timmy's.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Timur is
Timurids,
losing 3 decades a month, so that should be fine because he's at work. It's not an issue. He has good advisors.
it's
He
the
didn't click the
biggest
military
nation,
focus. He's
biggest,
behind on Miltech.
yeah. Uh,
That's something right there.
he can take corruption and then reduce it with the interaction, so free
So that
money.
should be fine, but
So
he's
bas-
just gonna not pay off his overextension. So that's what he's gonna use it for probably.
basically, Timurids is extremely strong at the moment. He managed to integrate his vassals in Transoxian, Afghanistan. What are the names of the other ones? Khorasan, and the final one is Lorestan. So no, Fars. He took all his vassals. He also conquered the Balochistan area. He took his cores back from Ajam, so a very nice start overall. He still has a lot of cores on Ajam, and since he is allied to Korakonlu, I don't think Korakonlu will contest this. He already went into India and started conquering Multan, so he might want to form the Mughal Empire.
Yeah.
That would make a big fight with the Indians and especially Jaunpur.
But he has one issue, and that's he's behind on Miltech.
Yeah.
So and he doesn't have any of those like mana generating decisions.
Uh,
He so even though he's strong, I think he's a little bit deceptively strong. Like the thing is, if the fucking Uzbek decides to int him right now, right here,
yeah.
he's gonna have an extremely bad time
Yeah,
because
definitely.
he just walks over Bukhara, like then goes to his capital. Nothing to stop him. Everything is flat.
He started deving his capital.
Oh
Uh,
no!
the institution is at 32%.
I
So
mean, like yeah, that's nice, but
he deved
still,
15 times the capital, which is not enough to have the institution,
yeah.
but costs a lot
And
of
he didn't. I
admin.
don't think he even Dev did with institution spread edict.
So overall, economically speaking, he's doing very well. 31 ducats a month is one of the strongest economy in the game. He
Yeah,
has
but mana speaking, he's doing badly. Militarily speaking, he isn't doing the best.
he
He
has
took the
very strong
curtail
force
noble
rate.
privileges in government reforms. I mean, he look like on the paper he looks
Oh,
good,
I
but
don't
it
like that.
managed it badly.
He doesn't
So
have the military mana generation or any of
yeah,
the mana generations.
I have to give him a B.
Yeah.
Even though he looks really strong, I have to give him a B because this could be managed way better.
Well, he has two level 2 advisors that he is paying 50%, so that's, I mean, that's
That's
good.
really good. Yes, I agree.
Um,
Still
he
no
has
estates mana generation, which is basically free mana. He's still below 30% count land.
Mamluks and Uzbek as rivals. He's allied with Korakonlu and Hormuz, so basically his west side is safe. His enemies are Uzbeks, potentially Jaunpur and Mewar. Since Mewar had some rule-breaking issues, it will be less strong than it was before. So
Yeah.
Jaunpur and Uzbeks are his main threats.
I mean, yes, but the thing is, if they like Timberts right now, if the Hawks and the India decides to cut him down a size, he's gonna have an extremely bad time.
Mm, he has
Like
a very good
extremely
general.
bad.
He has a 4-5 general,
I
which
mean, yeah,
is
he has a good general, but uh, the good general is not gonna save him if he's behind on tech,
yeah,
and that's
definitely,
quite
definitely.
probable. That's he's gonna be behind on tech if they deck on him, and he's gonna be behind on the tech for at least like 3 years.
Yeah, 2 years, 2 years, and he will not fall in the first 2 years. He has like 10 forts or something like that.
I mean, yeah, but like imagine the hordes come down, like the Uzbek Great Horde comes down
Hmm.
through his forts because he can't stop them. There's nothing to stop them on to get to his heartland. Like you see, like they can just walk through Bukhara, Merv, and into Herat. He has no way to stop them there because if he takes that fight there,
If I was
he's gonna.
Uzbek, I would not declare on Tech 5. I would declare in 10 years on Tech 6 to have the cavalry bonus that is
I mean, yeah, like they can like
extremely
Timurids
strong.
is strong, but I wouldn't be surprised if Timurids straight up die next session if the others play their cards right. So I have to give him a B.
I'm not sure Jaunpur can take him. Like, he needs at least two other players to come.
Well, the thing is, Mevar is allied to Jaunpur and Bahmanis.
Yeah, but
These
Mewar is
three
a
can
new
take him on. And if
Mewar
Hordes
is a
showed
new
up,
player. So
Timurids is just dead.
he has
Then in the
a
water.
he has a lot of defensive forts to use. Uh,
Against the Indians,
yeah,
yes. Against the Hordes, no. So what's the issue? Like the Indians can just stand on like next to Raw. So and if like he decides to walk away to deal with the hordes, they can just assault the fort. And now they're in his mainland.
yeah,
There's
but
nothing
I
to
mean,
stop it.
Timurids and Korakonlu can have 80k without any problem. Like the force limit of Timurids is 58, so he can get an army of maybe 65 or 70 and fight with that for up to 10 years. And I don't see
I think.
the Uzbek economy being able to match that.
I mean, it's a horde. It doesn't have to match that. You just int. That's how hordes work. You
Mm,
int.
fair enough.
But like, yeah, I don't know. I have to give Timurids a B.
Yeah, I agree with
They're looking
B.
strong, but like they're deceptively strong. Something's gonna go bad, and they're gonna suffer.
The problem he has is that he has 7 diplomatic relations and he's using only 3 of them. So he would need, like, if I was him, I would try to get a friend in Bengal or Vijayanagara
Yeah.
or someone in China to like encircle northern India and not be isolated.
So yeah. Well, we're gonna see how this turns out because this can be a very interesting point in the game.
There will be a war definitely, like before Tech 6, but
Yeah, let's take a look at the Meva.
yeah, my war.
Uh,
So Mewar is in a very good position at the
yeah,
moment
he's
we are
gonna lose
looking,
800 mana next
but he's
session,
going to lose a lot of mana because there was some cheating.
and he's gonna lose a little bit of institution, I believe.
Yeah,
So he should still be fine though, because he's making like ridiculous amount of money for his nation.
yeah. So basically, he has a gold mine in next to his capital, which is deved. He has a spawned diamond district in the province. He deved the institution.
Yeah.
So in terms of trade, he will make quite a lot of money as well. He's making 25, which is completely good, completely decent. He is well. He won't be able to take the text since all his mana is going to disappear. In terms of crown land, it's doing quite good. I mean, I'm sad that Fior cheated because
Yeah.
otherwise the nation is doing well. Like,
I mean, the thing is, like Fior cheated, and Fior is a relatively bad player. I have to be honest. He's a relatively bad player, and the reason the nation is so good is because he cheated.
Yeah,
Uh, so
that is true,
yeah,
but then again, the privileges are nicely done.
abilities
The
of
advisors
yeah,
are
that's
nicely
actually
done as well.
good.
He has a very good ruler at the start of the game, so his mana generation was always going to be good. But then again, there are no big mistakes in his play style. He is allied with Bahamanis and Jaunpur, which basically secures northern India. It secures him the conquest of Gujarat and possibly the Lahore node. So it's it's well played. Basically.
Yeah, I think like he's
I'm
strong
big
and he's
sad,
gonna be
bit sad that
he
he
can be like 26k. So yeah, it's really good. Like I would give even though he cheats, I would give him an A.
yeah, the nation is
Let's
a
take
nice.
a look at Jumper, shall
Jaunpur,
we?
yeah. So Jaunpur is conquering Delhi. He will
Yeah.
secure it. He won't be able to get all of Delhi in one war, so he won't be able to form Delhi right away, which is what you want to do early on, because Delhi is 209%, so he needs at least 2 wars uh,
No, I
to
think
get it.
oh yeah, I forgot how much development that is.
He has a lot of money in bank.
The issue
He's
is gonna be that like Meva is gonna take a big chunk of Delhi. So yeah, that's not gonna be.
they
He's not gonna be
probably
happy
have a
about
deal.
that.
They probably have a deal since they are allied.
So yeah, maybe, well, probably yeah.
So um,
He's a little bit behind on the mana generation, I believe,
so
because he should probably have like two privileges for mana generation right now. If he's doing it the slow way, which is fine. At least it's like mana is pretty good. His ruler is okay. He's not doing anything too badly. He's a lot of cash in bank. He has
uh,
the
yeah, the
he has a
nation is
decent.
doing well. His force limit is 32, so it definitely is one of the major powers in India and possibly in the
Yeah.
world. Um, the estates are well done.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give him a plus.
Yeah, he is allied
Nothing
to
too bad.
Bengal and Mewar, so he's only two neighbors.
Yeah.
So I think that India is going to clear up all the AIs before we see a war.
Actually,
It's a
yeah, well,
huge
that's true.
box. The Bahmani
Let's take a
Vijay.
look at Bahmanis then.
Yeah, 2 seconds. I just want to see. So he only needs Delhi to form it. Okay. So he's going to form Delhi at some point, I would say. Bahmanis, yeah.
Let's take a look. Income, it's pretty good. He has a lot of.
Yeah.
His mana generation is good in terms of advisors. That's what you wanna see.
Yes.
His
He has money in the bank.
state. He's not generating. He gave a lot of land rights. Does he need it? Let me take a look.
He is at force limit. He has a little bit too much
What the
cavalry.
fuck are you doing? Why would you give them all the land rights if you have like he's nowhere near the land rights required, you know.
What are you talking about?
Bahmanis,
Yes. What?
he has two land rights, which gives governing capacity,
Oh yes.
but he's so
Yes,
far
yes.
away from it, so he just wasted ground land.
Yes. Good question. Yeah. Why do you do that, Crediax? Well, he
And
probably has an
he,
explanation, but I would be interested to
there's
know the
no
detail.
explanation for this.
He has
There's no point in
six
getting it.
six cav units, which is a little bit too
Instead
much.
of that, he
He
should have like
vassalized
instead of that, he should just get the instead of those two. You should have just gotten the mana generation from Jane's, I believe it is.
Jane's. I don't think Jane has a mana.
Because I'm not oriented in the because being Indian just changes everything. Never mind. Maybe it's the Brahmins.
Yeah, Brahmin has one. Brahmin has the admin. Ulema has the military, and no, Amir has. Well, I don't remember. I think you can.
Wait, can't he? Wait. I'm just completely disoriented.
Maratha has the military. Ulema
I
has
know the
the.
ulema has one. That's sure. Amir's probably.
Ulema and Maratha can give one, and
I'm just super disoriented by the Muslim Indian estates, so I'm not gonna raid those.
yeah,
But I still believe that's a mistake.
he's allied with Racids, with Vijayanagara and Mewar. So the king of the Hugbox is there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
He
box. He's
still
taking
has.
quality ideas already. He's ahead of time in those. He's generating a lot of
Yeah,
mill mana for those. So yeah, he's gonna be really strong.
he
He's
fed
really
his
strong. He's
vassals
getting really
early
strong.
on. I think he didn't take a single province by himself. Not even the
Nobody has
one
the
in Kurd.
Kandesh vassal, which is kind of really good. He's focusing on. I think like I have to give Bahmanis an A plus,
Yeah,
a
it's
little bit short of an S,
Krediax
I believe.
definitely knows what he's doing. Even
No,
though I
no,
would have,
wait. I just didn't realize Chanda is also a vassal, so I'm giving him an S.
you should destroy this fort in Mugdal and build it in Gulbarga, I would say, or possibly Devarakonda. Well,
Yeah,
Devarakonda and Kolhapur
there
maybe.
should be a fort in Satara and Gulbarga, if
This one
just
is
to
not
make
good.
sure that Vishanega, if they fuck him over, which is gonna eventually happen, he has a protection.
Well,
Because the
they are
Moscow
allied,
fort is just dog shit.
so he probably bets that they will stay allied. But a fort as well in Ilishpur could be nice, Chandrapur to secure the north. But overall, that's quite good. We can go to Vijay.
Yeah, I'm giving Bahmanis an S. Very well
Um,
matched.
an A plus, why not? But not an S, since well, there are too much cav.
What? Wait,
It's
like I was so
noisy.
happy looking at Bahmanis, and then I just look at Vijay, and I'm just fucking why is this happening?
Yes, he's farming. He's
I
farming.
appreciate all the mana generation, but he is -2 stab. How did this happen?
Uh,
Why is he losing
yeah,
so many so much
events. He
money?
has events with like one guy trying to take over the crown. He has a small internal war that is
Oh, I
scripted.
see.
So that's normal, but he should have like played for it and with it and have kept a little bit mana
Hey,
to.
give me a second.
He is takes 3 administrative, which is quite a mistake. Well, not a mistake, but it's quite late, and with the 2 stabs, that's a problem. So basically, what he did is that he conquered all of the miners that start down south, Mizor and everything, and I think that he should have vassalized at least one of them and fed all the land to this vassal and started
Yeah.
integrating it later, because that would have buffed his force limit, which is smaller than Bahmanis, and that would have delayed the cost of the mana cost and allowed him to be ahead in tech. He has a lot of he has a lot of autonomy everywhere in the nation, and still they wants to rebel. Yeah, in terms of income, that's 16. He should be at least at twice this amount. He did not accept any culture, which he should. So yeah, I think things spiraled a little bit out of control. It's not going very well.
I think he actually what really hurt him here was the greeting for the estates. Because once you are below 20, you start getting the plus monthly autonomy change, and
Yeah.
that's what's really crippling him here, I believe.
He has events to increase autonomy as well.
I mean, yeah, but it's
Part
just
of the
stacks on top
chain.
of each other. Like when you go for the low count play,
Yeah,
if you have something that will increase your autonomy, you just fuck straight up,
yeah, yeah.
and that's what happened here. So I have to give him a C.
So
This is a man.
my take is that Krediax made a really good deal not fighting VJ 1v1 early on, because he will scale way better than VJ.
Yeah.
And if he decides to change his mind later on and kill VJ, it's going to be a no match. We can go to Bengal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you told me, Byzantic, that if I was in observer mode, that would be easier, but I don't know how to be in observer mode, so that's it. Bengal has 5 AVs that are currently in Indonesia. I don't know why. He took some land in Arakan, which is nice for the trade. He also secured Cuttack and Balasore from Orisha, which is good land. He
Yes.
moved towards Nepal. What else did he take? I think that's basically all.
Yeah, I think he's doing
That's
okay.
that's a good
His
start.
navy is bleeding out on the sea, but I think he should manage to get it back in time, hopefully.
Yes, he has a good
The one
economy.
his income is pretty good. Plus, he gets a lot of money from. Well, yeah,
He
I think the
secured
nation is managed
55%
decently.
of the Bengal Delta trade. He will get more with the time, so it's really good for him. He took only one of the missions so far, which is, I think, a good thing. Like these missions, you can really use them later, so no need to rush that.
I think his
Can get
big
money.
mistake is he didn't take any mana generation
Yeah,
estates.
yeah. I was arriving
He's
to that.
biting his ass right now.
Yes.
Other than that,
At
he's
least he
doing
has
really
the
well.
advisors. He has a decent ruler and a very good heir.
Yeah. Plus, his ruler is a free thinker, so he's going
Yeah.
for the nation ideas as soon as possible. So he's doing like well.
So that's a good start. He's allied with Jaunpur and Yunnan yourself. So good spot, and he has a decent force limit. So one of the good powers in the region.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think he's doing pretty well.
yeah.
I would give him a B,
Who
just
who is
because he
playing
didn't
in
take
Bengal?
any estates, and because now I could have actually viewed what the estates do. I found out that the Muslims are now actually probably one of the best religions in the game, because in the early game at least, because they can get 2 monthly military power generation. They can't get a diplomata generation, but they can get a monthly mil generation. One from Rajputs, one from Emirs. So their mana generation in the early game is just better.
Yeah.
So that's gonna fall a little bit, and their big disadvantage is they don't get the discipline that Hindus do. So it's actually pretty good. So I'm granting him a B.
I would even give an A. Like, he doesn't have
Yeah, I
that
guess.
many.
Yeah, yeah, probably you're right. It should be an A.
We can go to Ava.
Ava was an AI, so no point in that.
Oh, I thought Katal played
That
it.
was a player, but he couldn't connect
Oh yeah, right.
because he had a bug. So he's just getting some save edits, and he's gonna be here next session.
Okay, okay.
Ayufaya is dead, so I guess we can hop into this Indonesia.
Ayutthaya is dead? Okay.
I think he's dead. He lost so much land to Khmer,
What
to
happened?
Malacca.
I didn't follow at all.
He got ganked. Ayufaya and Palembang got ganked by the rest of Indonesia, and they just lost.
Okay.
So they're just two corpses. Like Palembang is no longer existing. It's now Majapahit. So yeah.
Can go to Malacca then. Malacca secured the peninsula, which is good for him. He should start making a lot with trade. Yes, half of his income is from trade. He is currently allied with Brunei, Khmer, and Majapahit, so quite the hug box there. Since Majapahit already took the southern island and Brunei is going to stay on the middle one, I think his plan is going north, but Khmer wants this land as well. I don't really see where he's going to expand. He needs to find somewhere to go. It's good to have nice allies, but if they blocks your expansion pass, then it's not that good.
Yeah.
So, well,
I'm
I'm
looking through him.
not entirely convinced by the
He
situation.
has a lot of mysticism though, so that's actually really good.
A lot of what?
Mysticism.
Oh yeah,
So it's actually really useful because it gives him morale of armies and stuff like that. So he's actually pretty good on land. He's on Miltech, on par. He doesn't have any devices because he has a lot of loans. His estates are horribly managed, even though he has some mana generation. So
that
I would give him a B.
that's not that
Like
many
B
loans.
to C.
Thing that they killed a player, it could have been worse, but the privileges are not made. That's a mistake, and
Yeah.
he could definitely take the privilege to get 5 loans
Yeah,
for basically free.
that's his biggest mistake, and he should immediately fix that and repay his like
Yeah,
expensive loans.
yeah,
He should have taken that privilege for the war. It would have saved him so much cash, Efsma.
yeah. But
He
he still
probably sold some crown land. That's why he has only one estate privilege in terms of primacy.
he's
Like only one mana generation. That's the reason I would. Yeah, he did that because it can't be used until 1460. I think he's doing okay for being in a big player war.
yeah.
Uh, he didn't he didn't pop up his free company, which is basically the free mercs, which was a mistake. It would have helped him so massively and keep his costs so lower. But
So
yeah, it happened.
he's doing good, but I'm not sure he will benefit that much from the player war that was fought. And
Yeah, so I would give him from B to C. I'm not sure between that.
a B, yeah. I mean, the nation is not badly managed, but he will find himself a little bit enclosed by his friends,
Yeah,
which is never a good thing.
he's gonna find himself in an awkward situation. Let's take a look at Meshapahid then.
Majapahit, yes.
They managed to kill the Palembang. It's really good. They
They vassalized Pasai, which secures Paronyung, Pagaronyung. Basically, nobody else can take it. They have 2 vassals in Pasai and Sunda. So basically, the 2 islands are theirs. No one can contest it. They have a nice fleet with 5 heavies, which is more than Malacca. They are allied with Brunei, Khmer, and Malacca, so that's really the Hug box. All 4 of them are allied to the others.
he's behind on mana, but that's something you're gonna suffer as Meshapahid because you start with a 0-0-0. So I
Uh,
understand why he's behind on mana. That's fine. I am not gonna hold that against him. But I'm gonna hold that against him. He got no mana generation in the estates. That's a big mistake. And he could have
um,
afforded at least two.
I
You
mean,
can see
the fact that he's behind in mana is not really a problem since like nobody is going to attack him. The only players around are his allies.
I mean, yeah, but mana makes you stronger overall. It like
Yeah,
should
yeah,
always get
definitely,
mana.
definitely. But it was an
And
investment for him to rush for the 2 islands,
yeah, he succeeded in that.
and if he has a good navy, which is the case at the moment, he risks absolutely nothing. Yeah, Byzantic said that we could talk about the save edits, but we are not on the edited save yet. I don't think it was posted, or if it
Yeah,
was,
but
I missed
I
it.
don't know that you didn't need this, so that's fine. I think Meshapahid is in a good position, but he should get that mana generation
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
as soon as up like online because he's gonna be a little bit behind and it's gonna hurt him in the long run.
Yes.
Like he's not in a bad situation, but it's gonna hurt him in the long run. So I'm giving him an A because it's actually very well managed Meshapahid, except the mana.
Yeah.
And he's like the only guy who he's basically the power in the region.
If his navy is able to keep the upper hand, yes, definitely. And there will be this hug box cannot last. Like all three of them, Malacca, Majapahit, and Brunei wants to form Malaya at some point,
Yeah, that is gonna be a slaughter
and they
eventually.
will need the land of the other two to form it. So I don't see them staying allied. And looking at the state of the three nations so far, Majapahit took a very nice, like he has an advantage over the other two. Brunei is did not expand apart from his vassal in Kutai, and Malacca suffered a lot from the war with Ayutthaya, so Majapahit is in the best
He's in the
position.
best position, but he's behind on mana, so that could fight him.
We can go
If
see
he can catch
Brunei.
up on mana, then Mashapahit is the clear favorite. Favorite. Let's look at Brunei then.
Yes.
And he's expanding, he gets some nice stuff.
So Brunei is making 6.5. He has a force limit of 15. He also is allied to everybody around. He vassalized Kutai, so his island is closed now. He is starting to invade into Luwu and Makassar, and will probably go for the Spice Islands after that. He doesn't have that many privileges. He only has one advisor, which is a level 2 admin advisor, so I'm a little bit surprised here. Uh, okay, thanks. So the island is called Celebes. I didn't know that.
He took even everything for admin. What is he doing? Does he want to go expansion ideas first? Yeah,
He
he's
went
going for that.
expansion, yeah, expansion. So he will
Because he needs to
colonize.
colonize those provinces. It's like
He can still pull off a nice thing. Like expansion nations in Indonesia can really grow very fast.
yeah.
Um,
So currently, like he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's going for.
he has a few loans
Uh,
and he's losing quite a lot of money
and he
though.
has a real low crown land. The nation isn't bad, but it's a little bit of a mess. If he fixes it, it can be an A.
Well, I'm not like entirely convinced. He rushed.
It can be an A in like the next session, like in the next review, but currently
Yeah.
it's a C.
He has a few loans. He took a level 2 advisor to rush the colonization. But the thing is that he's making 6.5 ducats, and the colonization is costing 2 flat ducats for the first province. And
I
at
mean,
the
yeah, but
moment,
the
he cannot
thing
really
is,
afford.
if he's no, he can actually afford it because he's gonna set his fleet maintenance to 0. He's gonna set his army maintenance to 0. He's gonna
Yeah,
fire his advisor. He can afford it. He's fine.
yeah, he can, but it's going
And
to
he's
cost a
gonna
lot.
take some land right now, so he's gonna take cash from them. He's gonna repay some of his loans.
I'm convinced. You may be like you may not agree with me, but I'm convinced that two advisors in diplomatic and military are stronger early on than colonizing one province.
Yes, it is.
It will
Like
take like maybe 10 years to colonize the province, since at the beginning you don't have any bonuses, and yeah,
yeah,
it's
like
like
he's doing a soft power play, but the thing is, he's playing a long scaling play. So that's why I said that currently he's a C because he's weak right now. But if his play works out, I think he could be an A.
mhm.
No, he's gonna be probably B next session, but A after that. If his like plan succeeds.
We have a player in Madias, so we can go
So we'll
in
talk to him.
Madias. Oh, it's MAS. So he did not expand so far. He has truces with Sulu, Tondo, and Cebu. So I don't know what happened, but I probably well the war probably didn't go as planned for him. He
Yeah.
doesn't have any estates since he's a pirate republic. He went pirate, which is interesting,
I
and
mean, Pirate is actually quite good,
he took
but I
Council
think the
of Captains.
issue is he should have run for the Articles of Agreement, shouldn't he? Because it gives a lot of Euro Republican tradition.
Yeah, yeah, but the privateer efficiency is nice, in well early in the game, so why not? It's a lot of money, like
Yeah.
this one. Um, one of his merchant is not assigned. He should put it in the Philippines. In terms of tech, he has tech for everywhere. There are no direct threats to him apart from maybe Brunei. Um, he will go, well, he chose to go full naval since he's a pirate, so he will need allies that are able to keep him alive, and he will have to focus the naval game. He only has 4 boats at the moment and not a lot of cash, so he cannot really use the fact that he's a pirate since he doesn't have a fleet, which is a bit sad.
That's kind of weird, but we're gonna see how it works out for him.
I think that what happens, he fought Sulu, Tondo, and Cebu, and his navy may have been crushed,
Yeah.
and he was forced to white
The
peace
the
probably.
early game on the naval provinces, like the early game on the sea, is kind of really awkward.
Yeah, yeah. You can really lose in only one battle. You can really lose everything.
Yeah. So yeah,
Um,
I'm gonna give him like a C because he's just
Yeah, Byzantic, I can agree. Like he says that it would be extremely strange if more than one survived in the 4 Indonesians. Like in 100 years, there will probably be only one of them left.
yeah.
Maybe
We're gonna see how it goes.
maybe a Malaya and a pirate in Madias. That could be possible. These two could uh, coexist, but Malacca, Brunei, and Majapahit, they will
I think so.
definitely fight.
Yeah, I agree. Like yeah,
Khmer.
come on, let's jump to Khmer.
So Khmer did.
Oh, now I understand one thing.
Yes. What?
Because I have been talking to him, and I offered him that we're gonna unally, I'm gonna rival him, and I'm gonna sell him show strength for 300 ducats. And he said immediately yes. Now I understand
Yeah,
why, because
because
I
he has
looked at his
loans.
loan
Yeah.
tab, and he's just gonna be so happy about those 300
Yeah,
ducats.
definitely. He should wait like 1 or 2 years before accepting this deal, since he can still have
I mean, the thing
poor
is, we are
construction.
allied, so it's gonna take 5 years
Yeah,
for me to take from him.
so definitely
So he's
that's a good
actually
deal
fine
for him.
from it.
He killed Ayutthaya, which will definitely benefit him. He
Yes.
called the land. He is diplomatically in a good spot since he's allied with you and the Indonesian bloc. He will have to pick a side when these are fighting, but in the meantime, he can definitely secure Lanchang and Ayutthaya. Yeah,
The thing is,
he's in a good spot.
he, he's gonna probably benefit from the Indonesians fighting if he plays his cards right.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. It's a good start. His
I mean,
estates, well, it's lacking some of the mana generation.
I
Uh,
mean, it's like a lot of mana generation,
if
but
I
his
were
estates are
him,
managed very well. He had to sell his crown lands.
would do that.
You can tell that because he was at the player war. So yeah, he's a little bit crippled, but the reason why that happened is because he was at the player war. So he's actually doing very well.
Yeah, I mean,
So
he won't have a player war in the next 25 years. If I was him, I would go for the estate statutory rights to get the mana generation and the crown land directly. Like he's safe enough to do it. It will not
yeah,
slow
probably.
him down, so I would do it.
I mean, the issue is if no, he can't do it because he would then have big issues with money, I believe.
Why not? Why is that?
I mean, it depends. Like, probably you're right. He should.
He would
He can
probably
keep his hair. His hair is okay. He's 414, better than his ruler currently.
he can improve his capital, which is nice. So yeah, he is
Yeah.
going to be in a good spot, and he is the primary contestant to form Angkor now. He just needs Ayutthaya and Donkin, and Angkor is a very nice tag. So that's good. That's good for him.
Like, we're gonna see how this entire thing ends up.
Just because he won a player war first session, I think he deserves an A.
Yeah,
We can
I'm
go.
gonna go one step ahead. He killed his rival. He's in a safe position. I'm gonna give him an S.
Yeah,
Even though he's suffering for it, he deserves it. He did well.
and especially since Khmer is smaller and weaker than Ayutthaya early on,
Yeah.
I think it's yeah.
It was a turn of the event, so I really like how he succeeded. That's why he gets an S.
So
He has a lot of stuff to fix up, and he's in a bit of a mess. But once he fixes it up, yeah, S.
let's look at you now.
Okay, then now I'm gonna be silent. I'll let you rate me.
So you took the privileges, not the diplomatic one. You could take, well, you will take it, I think, in 3 years when you can sell again the titles.
I don't wanna
Uh,
suffering from the autonomy. That's the
yeah,
reason why.
okay. You have the advisors. You are paying them in full. Um, okay. In tech, you have the Tech 5, which is the most important one. You are a little bit behind with the two others, but seeing how much you expended, that's quite normal. You have four vassals, so Cam, Gouget, U, and Belgium. The Belgium being a vassal of the Chinese is really like what the fuck is this mod? Byzantine,
Yeah,
what the fuck? You want to form Tibet, and you have secured basically the control of all the land you
I can
need.
press the Tibet button whenever I want.
Yeah,
If,
so
if you want, I can explain it to you why I didn't press it yet.
because you want to shift religion first, no?
No. It doesn't. The religion doesn't really matter. The thing why I didn't press it yet is because there is an event that makes me flip to a theocracy,
Oh yeah.
which I wanna flip to theocracy. Like
Hmm.
I want to flip to a theocracy, but the difference is because whenever your ruler is like one of your stats of a ruler is below 3, you roll the event chance. So I could get a theocracy and kill my heir.
Hmm.
Which
You
when you look at my heir, you probably understand why.
Yeah, you don't want him to die to right now.
So I'm just gonna, and plus it would mean that my institution would be spreading in a shitty position
Yeah, and
because
well,
my
you don't
government like my
really
capital would
need
split to
to
half.
rush. You don't really need to rush, especially if you can finish some of the missions from Yunnan. They are really strong. Like the Focus China gives you Empire
No,
rank
I can't.
because
Because
of
at the
this.
start when you start with UNAM, you get three options, and you have to pick one, and it unlocks a
Oh,
different part of your mission tree.
yeah, okay,
So I'm locked away from actually all of it except the basic ones. Because
okay,
there
okay,
is you
okay.
can either focus Tibet, which I did. You can see those missions are tick. Have the country flag Yunnan focuses Tibet. And
Yeah,
there's the country flag Yunnan focuses China, and Yunnan focuses Indochina.
fair enough.
So I can't take those missions. It's a bit sad. I
Yeah,
mean, I would like to be able to actually
be an
use the
Empire.
consolidate one, protect versus hordes, and build over fulfillment. I think those should be just neutral.
You are going for negative karma. I am not surprised because you are a bad person. Um,
Step.
you are still extremely poor for the region because the land is like not the best, but that should improve once you can start deving. There is a gold mine not that far away, but it's controlled by Henan at the moment. Henan is played by Jarvin. Okay, and you are allied to Khmer to the south and Bengal as well. So you decided to stay a little bit out of the China box,
Yeah.
China hug box. Why not? You
If you want me to be explained, it's because the China box will have to fight Oirat.
Yeah,
I don't get anything from that one.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just don't. So that's a word that I'm not interested in. That's why I'm out of the China box.
Hmm.
Because
Fair
I'm
enough.
just like I'm a neutral. It's like me and Zhejiang are just neutrals in China. So instead of
You have a very good force limit, 33. You cannot pay for that many troops, but like just the ones you have and your vassals attaching to you is already a fairly good army. That's nicely done.
like if I
So
had to end, I'm just gonna make all of the marches. That means more troops.
yeah,
I'm gonna send officers, and then I'm actually have a scary force.
Byzantic wants me to check the ruler of Belgium. That's Ducly Furry.
Yeah. My queen is actually Fury also.
Yes, yes, yes. Durong
Lord.
Fury.
Eh.
A lot of furies everywhere. You should cleanse this with
I'm
fire.
gonna cleanse it soon enough, don't worry. The hair wasn't produced from the furry family, so don't worry, it's not tainted. And
Okay.
anyway, I think Leroy would like some furry ass. Anyway,
Okay, so well, I think it's basically an A or an S. There are no real problems with the nation as long as you don't get hinted by Henan. That's possibly the only threat that you have. They, they, there could be a small coalition against you though, and two players could join it. But apart from that, you're pretty safe.
yes, but don't tell them.
Well, that's the point of this session, to tell everybody things. You took the Merc company. You could merge the other armies because it's driving you
I'm about to
crazy.
do that anyway.
You have land to convert, but it's not really too damageable for
I mean, the
now.
thing is, I'm gonna be flipping to Bash right now,
Yeah, so you don't want to
so I don't wanna
convince. Yeah.
convert anything.
You are currently Theravada, and you want to go Vajrayana. Why is that? For the morale, 5% morale. Yeah.
Well, for the morale, and also because if I wanna trigger the event by the mission, once I unlock the pad, you have to be Bash right now.
Okay.
And I
Fair
think
enough.
you have to be Bash right now to have the Lama ruler, like
Mhm.
Dalai Lama. So just for
As
the
long as you're not Confucianist, basically, it's good.
yeah.
Well, Confucian was changed in the mod. I think it's
Yeah, like
better now.
Confucianism is better, but like if I have a decent karma, I get 5 discipline from religion, which is decent and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I think it's okay to stay like this.
Yeah.
Hindu is like
Uh,
better, but still I like it.
so good start overall. We can go to Hong Kong then.
Yeah. Uh, Hong Kong is a neutral party in China. He's not gonna expand. He's gonna go outside.
Yes. So he deved the institution. It already spread to most of his country. He embraced it, I think. Yes, he did. He probably is selling it. He's selling it to you currently, so you will have it in
Okay, here's
64.
a funny thing I have to talk about. Zhejiang actually, because we were both asking to be sold us, like the institution to be sold to both of us at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
and Zhejiang thought he's gonna get it, so he pressed his get the institution mission that gives him institution spread for 10 years, and I got the institution spread. So he's a bit angry about that.
Yeah, yeah, I kinda understand that he would. What made Digio choose you over Morlock?
I think I said it first. So that's the reason.
Um, so in terms of tech, he's doing well, even if he had the institution deving, because he's a republic, and I think he re-elected quite a bit, but he is still a plutocracy. You should tell him to switch
I
out
told
of.
him already.
Yeah,
I told him like after this last session ended, when I realized he doesn't have his states. I didn't
but
know it before.
he's making
So
a
yeah,
lot
I had
of
a long
money.
talk. We're actually setting up a shared trade.
Yeah.
So actually, even though I ignored Diplotech and I'm gonna ignore Diplotech, it doesn't matter because Hong Kong is gonna be collecting.
Yeah. He has one free merchant, but no real places to put him at the moment. The Canton node is not the best one. Like Hong Kong is a
That's the
good
best right now.
money maker, but the position of it is not the best. Um, he has the advisors. He's making a lot of money. His force limit is not that bad, so he could fight if he wanted to. I don't think he wants to, but he could. He could also flip Ibadi. That would be fun. That's good produced, which is always good for a republic.
I mean, I wonder if he harmonizes Muslim group, what does he get? He gets trade
Let's
efficiency. So, if,
trade efficiency. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and Confucian is like the economic religion now.
Hmm.
So it's actually it makes sense for him to not flip the body because he's now supposed to be like focused on making money, of like
Yes,
getting those country bonuses. So it makes sense for him to not flip, I believe.
yes, yes. he's making quite a lot in taxation as well. Like it's really good land. It's really good land
Hmm?
overall.
Yeah.
And diplomatically, he's allied with no one, and is rival with an AI and Khmer, which is also your ally. But I think that's
Okay, I have to. Somebody's calling me.
yeah. Okay, so the nation is doing well and is playing the like money making money making nation, so it's going to be nice later on. Yeah, I agree, but I don't think that the Hap being the emperor of China is really like it's really fun to see. We can go to Henan then. Um, so Henan Henan is played by Jarvin, who obviously knows the game. He secured the gold mine here. It's not fully dev'd yet, but he is converting it, so I can understand why he did not fully dev so far. The estates, he has all of the generation. He started giving the getting Cronland back. He also has the manpower modifier, so basically everything there is well. He has the advisors, the mana generation is very well. He has a scholar and a pious ruler. His heir is also decent, even though a little bit less good. His force limit is 18, his income is 10. Uh, he has,
Sorry, I just came back. Where are we?
yeah, I went to Henan.
Okay, I see.
Basically, so far everything is good. He has the free company as well. He has some money. Did he start? Yeah, he built a trade center in Wuchang. He's collecting in Xi'an. Okay, he's allied with Gansu, Wei, and Xinjiang. So basically, North China is a hug box,
I
and
mean, it always has to be against the oil rods.
yeah, yeah. And once he finishes converting the gold mine and he devs it, his income will increase by 50%. So that's going to be nice. So
Yeah.
overall, an A or an S for Jarvin. Nothing much to
He didn't
say.
embrace any cultures, which is kind of weird. And his culture is zero.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair
It's kind of
enough.
weird. I don't know why would he do
Where
that.
are the means, by the way? Oh, they are down south. That's okay. Why is Henan mean culture? While
I have no idea.
yeah, he will probably get over. He will probably take the land of Fujian and integrate it later. Hong Kong is not going to take it, so it will be either him or Morlock. Okay, we can go
Mm,
to Sichuan. That's
let's see.
ZHE. There are quite experienced and good players in China.
Yeah,
Morlock, Leroy, Yu, Jarvin. High level of retardation, but high level
yeah.
of gameplay as well. The estates of Morlock are a bit unhappy, but he has the power. He has the
I mean,
crown
he
land
has all the
back.
power. He has all the crown land.
Yeah,
He's
that's
doing well.
nicely done. His ruler is very good. Crediax, for once, is a decent ruler.
Yeah, he's
Um,
gonna have some manpower at the start of the next session because he's about to
yeah,
overflow.
yeah. And oh
Just to do it.
yes, he already has the Tech 5 and could take the Tech 6 in 58. That's extremely
Yeah.
strong. Extremely strong. He needs, well, he needs to use some of the missions. Oh, he took some of the missions already. Fire Nation is nearly dead. Overall, that's a strong nation. He doesn't have any rivals amongst the player. He's allied with Henan and Taiwan. Oh yeah, Taiwan is played as well. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Taiwan is played
he
by
didn't want
Sapiens.
to get raided, so that's why he allied him.
Mhm. He's not allied
So,
with Wei and he's not allied with Gansu. So if the Oirats are coming, he's not going to
yeah,
be.
he's one of the two neutral parties.
Yeah. Okay, so it's going to be a nice power. He's already Empire rank. I think he starts as an Empire, and his land is extremely good. The average Dave and the possibility to Dave it are really strong, and the trade goods. He has a lot of silk. He has a lot of paper as well, so definitely going to be rich and powerful. Already making 15 and force limit of 22, so that's good. That's an AR on S as well. We can go to
Yep.
Wei. Wei expanded quite a lot. He took over a good chunk of Korea. He even took the capital. I think. I think he did. Yeah,
Yeah.
the capital is supposed to be there.
All
So
of all of those provinces got raised by Manchu, so that's why
yeah,
they're so
that's
few.
why the dev is so low.
But hey, like he expanded a lot. He
Um,
only has one mana generation in estates. He has all the devices, so that's kind of good.
he's making decent money thanks to the trade that he secured. He is allied to Manchu, which is like I was not expecting that. He's allied to Gansu and Henan. So apart from possibly Xinjiang or Oirat, he doesn't have direct threats. He could take some missions. Oh, this mission I understand why he's not taking it. He is the emperor of China. He doesn't have any reforms yet. I don't know how it will unfold. I don't know how strong is the Empire of China in this mod.
Oh no, now he can't get the Korean alliance above, which is plus an infantry combat ability because he can't ally Korea. Well,
I
that's interesting.
he may be allied to may be able to ally it later on, like
He could
if
probably vassalize it, and that should also
yeah,
count.
yeah. So overall, that's a
Oh,
good situation. Yeah.
okay. I just found one of the best missions in the entire game. If you scroll down, there is this mission. Welcome to the rice fields, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, it gives a
And
lot of
grain will now be produced in every own province. If he's a total Chad, he's gonna press it. If he's a pussy, he's never gonna press it.
So you need to be after the age of discovery.
Age of Discovery, and you have to have a province producing fish and development at least, and which he almost has, I think.
that's that's madness. Why would he press that? Like,
Why wouldn't you press it?
to be fair, he
If you
already
welcome your enemies to the rice fields, motherfucker, who
he
can stop
already
you
has a
after
lot
that?
of grain. So why not? But why would you?
I mean, it's just a meme, you know. Sometimes you do stuff for the memes and it just grants you power that normal mortals can't have,
If
you
you
know.
are going to be invaded, that can be nice to like take over your land before.
I mean, wait a minute. Did they nerf soldier households on? Oh, I don't think did they nerf the soldier households on wheat?
I think there was a change, but I don't remember. I don't
Let me
remember
because if
exactly.
they didn't, then he's just gonna shit out soldier
Yeah,
households
that's
everywhere.
true. Actually, that's true. That it's true
So
that
it
having a
has
lot of
actual
grain has a lot
value.
of manpower. So why not? Why not?
Well, I'm not sure if they changed it in the mod. I'm gonna check it real quick.
Yeah, some of the bonuses of the Emperor of China were changed. Now it's what does it give?
Yeah, Empire of China actually has value now.
Yeah, yeah. 15% manpower, army tradition decay, that's good. Tech cost, ID costs, that's good. And yes, three monarch points if you take the last reform. That's huge.
Okay, never mind. The social houses were nerfed for wheat, so it doesn't matter. He can flip his entire nation to it.
Okay.
Like it wasn't removed.
And
No one gain any extra money for getting upgraded.
Korea was a player, so it was a player war, and he managed to kill a player with the help
Well, he's
of
gonna be
Manchu.
exiling, so he's not exactly dead. He's actually positive income.
So overall, a good start from Wei. Good start from
Yeah,
Wei.
yeah, yeah. I'm
We
gonna
can-
give a.
We can talk about Oirat before finishing the Far East.
Well,
Otherwise,
I would talk about Gansu first.
yeah, obviously we can talk about Gansu as well.
Oh, he's bleeding money. He has two actual estates, so that's kind of nice.
Oh, that's a lot of
Yes.
loans. 17 loans already. He's fighting Chagatai and he's fighting Anding. He has truces with Korea, so he was in the war. He has truces with Oirat as well.
Hello.
Hey there.
We are reviewing the save file. So if you wanna talk Diplo, just wait a little bit, okay?
Are you streaming or recording?
I don't hear you that much, Katal. Can you increase your mic?
My microphone was on the wrong side, sorry.
Yeah.
We're talking about Diplo right now. We're not talking about Diplo right now. So if you wanna talk about Diplo, just wait a little bit.
We are reviewing the nations of the
Yeah,
size.
let's continue.
But you can definitely join us if you want.
I think he just wanted to talk Diplo with me. Let's continue with the save.
Okay.
Gansu.
So Gansu has a very fleshed out mission tree if he manages to play his cards right. But at the moment he's losing a lot of money. He has 1.6 interest for an income of 5 ducats, so that's really a lot. If he doesn't get bankrolled by someone, it is not going to look very well. His force limit is 13. He is obviously in conflict with Oirats. They have a truce, so at least he's not going to get killed right away. But
The most interesting thing about Gansu is the question of faith. When you scroll all down the mission tree, it makes you flip to one of the four religions, which is either Buddhism, Confucianism, Islam, or Zoroastrian, and you gain a permanent buff for it.
yeah,
It's kind of big.
Yeah, that's good. What do you need for that? Less religious unity than 66 and not in the age of discovery. Okay.
It's kind of easy to trigger once the time passes.
He is Confucian at the moment. He is allied with Uzbek, Wei, and Henan, so he has like very good alliances. While Oirat is only allied with Korea, so Oirat was on the losing side of the war.
Yeah.
But Oirat didn't lose much. He even took one province in China.
I know the province he took was because he invaded Shaanxi.
Okay.
And he took 3 provinces in China.
Okay. So who is playing Oirat? I don't remember.
Kebab.
Kebab. Okay. So if Oirat is able to play the Diplo cards right and find allies, then I see him winning and against Gansu. But if Gansu manages not to get isolated and keeps his alliances, then he might pull it off. But so far,
the
it's
one
not
big
looking
disadvantage of Gansu is that his capital is a flatland.
Yeah.
So he can get fully occupied almost
Very
without
easily,
any
yeah.
fight.
He should definitely move his capital to the mountains where he has a fort already.
I don't think he should actually right now because otherwise he's not gonna be able to unlock the national ideas.
Yeah, but I mean,
Mm.
he cannot pay
plan.
for a fort. Like he cannot build a fort in his capital, and it is flatland as you said, so it's
Yeah,
going
he
to
should
be.
move it as soon as he can, but he should first get the Admin Tech 5, which he's gonna get next turn, I think.
Yeah, he has 6 years to move his capital before the war with Oirat, so
Yeah, so that's
he still has
important. So he should be able to do it, and once he gets the third free ideas in quality or
I don't
quantity, it doesn't matter. He's gonna get the rating experience, which is minus 15 shock damage received. So that's gonna be huge.
I don't know exactly with what he starts, but I think that he took like 4 provinces. I think he starts with these three ones, and he took
No, I
four.
think he actually didn't take anything. I'm not sure.
I would check. No, yeah, you're right. That was Gonsu's.
I think Felix Gang actually he fed stuff to Felix Gang like Xian and
Yeah. So, well, the nation is not in a very good state, but that's probably because he was like left in the front line against the Oirats,
he was
which,
also an AI for quite a bit time because of
yeah,
issues.
yeah. So
Uh, I
overall,
mean, it's the state of his nation isn't his fault and still managed pretty well. So I'm gonna give him a B.
yeah. Check the
About to
reform.
get a lot of ideas soon.
No wasn't a reform. Has a reform. Who has a decree? Oh yeah. Yes, yes.
At least he's returning from noble privileges.
Yeah, yeah. The Emperor of China went for the 10% ICA decree, which is, I think, a good choice.
That's a good choice, especially in the early game.
Yeah, and basically all of them are decent. Like even the tax
All
one.
of them are great. He probably should have actually clicked the expand plus the bureaucracy with how much he was expanding.
Possibly, yeah.
Maybe he's waiting to click it once he can and just start pressing his scoring button, I think.
We can go to Oirat. Oirat is doing well, quite.
He's gonna get the Yarkan gold mine, so that's gonna help him massively in the income.
Yeah. So he is at war with Chagatai and Yarkand, as you said.
His income is actually decent for a horde.
He wants the gold mine that is there. Yes.
He should take the larger tribal host. He should have taken it ages ago.
For someone that lost a player war in first session, he's not doing that bad. He doesn't have loans. He has 23k, some manpower as well. He doesn't have estates since he's a horde, but that's okay. He's not
Yeah,
losing money, so that's kinda
yeah, but he has no
good.
path in his armies.
He's paying for war taxes, and that's a mistake. I
That's a
think.
big mistake.
It was probably during the player war, and I think he may have forgotten to revoke it. Yes, he was defending Korea Byzantic. So basically, the war was Korea, Oirat, and
The rest
potentially
of the world.
versus China versus. So who was in it as well? Shaanxi. Oh no, that's another war. Versus Manchu, Gansu, Wei, Felix Gang, and Henan. So 4 players versus 2. Yes. If Oirats doesn't find allies, is going to be the next one to be eaten, since Uzbek is already allied with Gansu. So
Yeah.
they are very probably going to sandwich him. But he still can fight. He has 20% cavalry combat ability from start. He's he's rolling a lot of infantry. He should not do that. Like when you play a horde, basically the first battles you make, you consolidate every time your units consolidate every time, and only recruit cavalry either by buying it or through the interactions with the with
Mm.
um, the estate. Leroy always wanted to see Gonsu strong. He had to take it himself to see it. Well,
Happen.
Gonsu is not strong at the moment. It might be later on, but it's not strong so far.
We're gonna see how it all turns out.
We can.
It's actually the one Chinese nation that's gonna look out of China mostly, with Tibet.
Yeah.
I mean, those are two that are just
The
gonna look out
mission
of
tree
China.
of Gansu is really interesting.
Yeah, it
We
is.
can go to Manchu. So Manchu managed to form Manchu, which is always a good thing.
Yeah.
I think he started as
Changzhou.
Jiangsu. Okay. He has the Tech 5. He has 20k units. Most of them are still infantry. Don't do that. He has a lot of privileges for his only estate, the tribal one, which is a good thing, I think. His ruler is decent. His heir is decent as well, even though it has a weak legitimacy. It is 5 military skill, which is always nice. He has the advisors. He's losing a bit of money, but then again he's at war, and he will stop paying for his army just after that. In terms of trade, he basically secured his main trade, but that's dirt poor, so
Yeah.
doesn't do much, and is allied with Wei, but has no other diplomatic interactions. He managed to kill Korea and benefit a little bit from it. He will probably split the rest of Korea between him and Wei, and he wants to fight Oirat at some point to get Korean land that will help him in the missions as well. He could even try, once he gets the coast of Donghai, he could even try to land into Japan, possibly through Ainu, and int Japan. That could be a
Probably
good thing.
interesting he actually done that. But we're gonna see about that.
Because at the moment in Japan we only have 2 players left, I think. David and Nico in Shimazu and Uesugi, and they will have to fight each other. Like,
Well, maybe Shimasu is gonna exile. Who knows?
mm,
Who
he
knows?
has
Like
not
I can't tell for them.
he has not picked anything yet. And when you pick Shimazu, it's not to exile. Like the traditions of
Yeah, it is
Shimazu.
usually the fight, so we're gonna see how it ends up.
So Manchu, I'm going to give an A, since he killed a player and basically united Manchu, and his economy. He doesn't have any loans, so the nation is okay. We will skip Korea since he's dead, and we can look at Taiwan.
Korea's
before-
actually busy. Look at him. He's gonna be exiling, and he made deals, so he should be fine.
Korea is still there? No.
Korea is still there. And he's exiling. Look at his nation. He's good.
Okay.
He actually doesn't have any loans. He has plus income. He doesn't have mana generation in his estate, so that's a mistake. He fucked up the war, but he's gonna be exiling, and he should be exiling from a good position.
Okay. Then okay. I was not. I wouldn't have guessed that.
He wouldn't have, So
He
I'm giving,
should
despite
still-
the fuck up,
Yeah.
I'm giving Korea an A.
Well,
Yeah.
he doesn't have the mana generation. Like he has a very good ruler at the start. His heir is
Sure.
good as well, but the scripted heir is dead, so he has a less good one. Basically, his mana generation is like it's because of his godlike god tier king.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have the estates, and he doesn't have the advisors, so that could
He
be
should
better.
get the advisors,
He
but
could
yeah,
play
you're right.
for-
I'm just gonna give him a B then.
He lost
Mm.
the player war, but that was a 4v2, so I mean, it's not that
Surprising.
yeah, that we cannot really make him pay for that. He doesn't have any forts, so if people let him exile, then he can still do something well. Otherwise, well, that's going to be hard. Byzantic is saying that we have 2 Irish and Korea and Portugal, England, Hong Kong colonizing.
Yeah,
Songhai as well. So yes, that's
A
going
lot
to
of
be.
competition in the new world. It might be the only interesting new world that there has ever been, really.
Yes, yes, and there are three
Like all
people
the
already.
all the new worlds here were always so boring, and
Yeah,
now this is gonna be a slaughter in the new world
yeah.
because everyone's gonna be competing.
I
So
think
we're
that the
gonna see.
Africans there is only Songhai and possibly Imerina that is joining. The others are going to play continent, but Songhai is definitely going to colonize. He already took 2 ideas. So if we were to fight, if we were to see a war between Brazilian Songhai and Argentinian South Korea, it would be really fun.
That would be awesome. But like, yeah, like currently the colonizers is Portugal,
Yeah,
uh, the two Irish,
yeah. Hong Kong.
probably maybe Malacca is gonna show up. No, I mean Brunei is maybe gonna show up there eventually.
Yeah,
Like there's a lot of people that can show up. Even the pirates might just fucking sail to the new world and start colonizing.
yeah.
Who knows? Like I wouldn't.
Taiwan as well. Taiwan is going to colonize. Like
Yeah,
they
so,
have
so like
missions for it.
probably even Madias could colonize. Like we're gonna see, but there could be a lot of colonizers, a lot of interesting action in the new world. Usually, here, like in R/Europe, colonization is a resident sleeper. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
Now, in this campaign, this might be the first campaign that is actually is gonna be the main front of the campaign.
So what did Taiwan do during the session? He is a
He
little
paid
bit
me 150 ducats.
late
All
to
he
the
got to
table.
do,
He
the
has a
best
lot of
thing he
money.
did.
He has a lot of money. That's true. He didn't take the estates. He didn't take the estates. He has a good ruler.
I mean,
He
he's
is
a
a
pirate.
pirate
Really.
republic. Pirate republic. So I think he only pirated during the whole session, possibly. He is he's still keeping some troops. If I were him, I would like yeet all the army, because if someone is going to invade, he's dead anyway. So he's allied with Zhejiang. Okay, it's his only ally in the region. He is Hindu. I think it's scripted in the mod for him to start Hindu. Madias is Hindu as well. Madias shifted to Hindu. That's interesting.
And he's actually the guy most far with the reforms because he never expanded.
Mhm.
And as I said, he actually was right, and he picked the Articles of Agreement, which I believe to be the best second reform because it gives you
Yeah,
Republican
the
tradition, so you
Republican
can have
tradition.
infinite 666 pirates.
Yeah. So overall, he's playing slow. He will start colonizing once he has the third, the first tradition. He will probably go expansion as well, or exploration. So we will see
He
how it
can
goes.
he can probably colonize like the most from people
Yeah,
because his first idea gives him the colonist.
he did not dev his capital.
I
Usually when
mean,
I play an OPM, I always dev it a little bit. Like the money difference is.
I mean, he needs it for his tax and colonization, so it makes sense for him to not do that.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough.
But that depends. I'm just gonna give him NA. There's nothing he should have done differently because as pirates, you're never gonna have estates, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. We can go to Shimazu.
Shimazu. Okay, let's go to the islands of Japan.
So there was another player in
He died.
Oda.
I know.
Was played by Masi. He died at the end of Uesugi. So we are left with two Japanese, Shimazu and Uesugi, possibly two of the strongest ID sets, militarily speaking, in the game. Like they are top tier, both of them. Shimazu has infantry compatibility, yearly army tradition decay, morale, manpower recovery, production, which is always good, discipline, land fire damage, trade steering, and technology cost. So nothing bad in there. Uesugi as well has very strong ideas. So Shimazu is a little bit late in military tech. That's going to be an issue since Uesugi has tech 5 and is nowhere near close getting take 5 himself.
That's a big issue. The not pressing the focus national
Yeah, yeah,
mail is really hurting him right now.
yes, and the fact
But
that he has a Hashikaga ruler, but with no military points.
no
So
boy,
that's. Oh, actually, Uesugi as well as an Ashikaga. They are all of the same family.
no.
Uh,
Wasugi is Yuasugi.
oh yeah. So why was I seeing that? Oh no,
I don't
it's
know.
Noritada. Oh, that's not Uesugi. Which flag is that?
How the hell did he?
Oh, they are allied at the moment.
Wait, did Ashigaga just YOLO press place a relative on the throne of Shimazu?
That would be fun.
That probably happened
No,
because
they have a royal marriage with Ashikaga, so it may have
I
happened.
mean, yeah, but he could have just like the Shimazu is allied to Oirat, so I think they have some sort of
His
deal.
liberty desire. No, he didn't. It was not imposed on him. Like his liberty desire is not affected by
I
that.
see.
They are allied at the moment, Shimazu and Uesugi. If I was Uesugi, I would break the alliance and attack. Like he will have take 6 before, and there is no way he loses it.
Yeah, right.
Shimazu is over force limit. Its force limit is 9. He has the mana generation. He also has the manpower. He has the
Big
crown land.
mistake
He,
from the Japanese
he
is he
went
didn't take the
estate.
free company, which is very cheap and
Yes.
always makes unifying Japan so much easier.
Yeah, Uesugi needs to fight. Like Shimazu took estate statutory rights, so he has 25 autonomy everywhere, and he has even more in some places. Like that's 90. So basically, his land is not doing well. His economy is extremely bad, and
That's
he's
Uesugi, and they both took estuary rights.
okay. What the fuck, guys? What the
Yeah.
fuck? I will just look at Uesugi real quick then. So basically, Japan is like the one of the bloodiest region in the world at the in early game. You really need all the military edge you can have. Uh, yeah, Crediax. Basically, what I'm saying is that it's not bad in itself. It's bad when you need to fight. When you will have player versus player wars, because since you have 25% autonomy everywhere, it obviously decreases your force limit, and in an early war, having a smaller force limit is really bad. Um, so if you are small, you don't actually lose out of autonomy that much. Well, if you are a 2 p.m. or 3 p.m., you don't lose that much since your capital is not affected. But Uesugi is starting to have quite a lot of provinces,
Okay.
and he has provinces with 62% autonomy, and that's just too much. Like,
May conquer them, so yeah.
if I remember correctly, there is no gold mine anymore in Japan, but some can spawn through
Yeah,
event.
one spawns like 1500, I believe.
They haven't spawned yet. Uesugi has quite some loans, but still manageable. Neither of them have any links with the continent. They cannot ally with anyone as long as they are under Kyoto's authority.
Yeah.
He has nearly one tech advantage over Shimazu. He should
One
really.
one weird thing is that both Uesugi and Shimazu, actually, I think they have royal marriage. No, never mind. Only Shimazu has the royal marriage with Kyoto,
Yeah.
which is really stupid because then they're gonna commit seppuku whenever you deck,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
and that's bad. You don't wanna do that.
Uesugi is making twice the money that Shimazu is doing, and he has a bigger force limit. So I think Uesugi is in a very good spot.
Say Shimazu is B and Uesugi is A.
Yeah, definitely.
Probably.
Even S for Uesugi since he killed Masi. He killed
Yeah.
Masi in Oda, so it's an S for Uesugi.
Yeah. I think that should be all for our reviews because do we want to look at the new world?
We can look at the new world. Who is going to see it? Aztecs. What is the tag for Aztecs?
Azata, AZT.
Yeah. So,
But I don't think Aztecs have played somebody else, isn't it?
who do we have in the New World? We
Coco,
have
probably.
an Aztec player, a Kokomesh player, Cusco, and Shimu.
Hmm.
In Aztecs, we have a player that went full vassals, which is normal. He
Yeah,
took
he's performing.
already.
That's good.
Oh, did he take 3 reforms already?
Already took 3 reforms. He's just a mad lad. Holy
Yeah, that's
shit!
nicely done. And he has 4 vassals, so he is going to get the 5th one very fast. That's a very good start. That's a very good start. He has a
He's
lot of
scaled.
money banked. He could dev a little bit his capital to get some gold, but it's true that because he's a native, he's not making that much money with the production so
Deving,
far.
deving in his capital is meaningless because
Uh, he
it's
has
actually forced and deving. Well, never mind. He has only gold provinces
yeah
mostly.
he has so all the nice privileges but no other ones. He could take more, but I mean that's nicely done anyway. The mission he has is to dev to dev a gold mine in terms of diplomatic points, so that's nicely done. Uh, he has a level 2 advisor in military, making a lot of military points. He has the tech 5, uh, which is quite an advantage compared to the AIs around. But Kokomesh is not that far away, and Kokomesh is military tech 4, so it's probably going. There will probably be a fight between them. He took the free company, which is a good thing. His ruler is dead, sadly, but his heir is good. So overall, I think that it's an S start for the Aztec player. Like
I don't know how Aztecs are supposed to be played, but I'm gonna believe you.
usually the you
And one thing, Aztecs, please take strong duchies, please. It will give you extra to diplomatic relations, so you're not
yeah
gonna be losing diplomata
yeah
because
definitely strong duchies.
there's no reason for you to not take it.
Yeah. Can he take IDs already? Native start with take 3. No, he lags a lot in
I mean, the thing is,
admin.
nobody has feudalism there, so it makes sense.
Yeah, and he actually deved that, and he deved that probably as well.
So I think he has actually a relative big edge over Kokomas because nobody has feudalism, so taking Miltech 5 actually is costly, like ridiculously costly.
Yes, yes. I will just look at Kokomes real quick. So he's making 6 ducats, and his force limit is 17. Plus, he has a lot of vassals, so his army is probably going to be something like 25k. While Kokomesh is Kokomesh only has 8k, not much manpower, force limit of 14, and an income approximately the same of 6 gold. Is late in well, he's at negative stability. He's integrating one of his vassals. He has some military mana stored, 400, but he still needs at least 3 years to get Tech 5.
No, he can't because he doesn't have feudalism. It costs 900 mil points.
He can have it in October 60.
Well, well, really?
He's
He
generating
gets so much?
13 a month.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't expect that. So yeah,
Yeah. He has the focus, he has the privilege, he has the advisor, and his ruler is he has 5. So yeah.
never gonna see how that goes.
They are not cooperating. Well, at least they're not allied. So we don't really know if they have deals or not.
Yeah. So
Um,
what I don't know about the new world native, so I'm gonna refrain from rating him. But I think the Aztecs look really well, and he's also looking pretty well. Even though he's only 14 force limits, you know.
Maybe check AE. Yes, so Kokomesh has quite a lot of AE on the Mayans, but not on the what's called the others, the Aztecs ones. But he can definitely mop up the remaining Mayans without any problem. And yes, the Aztecs have a lot of aggressive expansion, but that's normal because he keeps vassalizing everybody. But
I think like
Kokomesh cannot join
Aztec
the
is
coalition, so
playing
he's
well.
good.
Yeah,
Oh, Aztec
I think
took a land
both of them
there
are
as
playing
well.
well.
So overall, yes, Aztec is in a definitely very strong position. He should be able to finalize the reform of his religion in less than 10 years. He has 4 vassals, so he needs 1 and then 5 again, and then he can start bribing. So in 20 to 25 years, he will have united northern Mexico, and he will have something like 400 dev. He's going to be scary. He's going to be really scary. Kokomesh will be lagging a little bit behind. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
He needs. He can still form the Mayapan League. He has the good land for that. But he's nowhere near reforming his religion. It will take a lot of time.
Yeah.
Okay, we can go to
So he
Cusco.
can't form the Mayapan League because he needs to have the religion reform.
Yeah. So that's going to
So
take.
tell me the tag of Cusco.
I don't know it as well. Who is there? Type observe. Yes, I will do that.
Thank you.
Observer. Okay. Fuck.
Cusco's tag is CSU, Californian Socialist Union, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, Cusco is doing well. He basically unified the Incas. He had an enemy in Quito, if I remember correctly. Yes. No, Shimu. Shimu was played by Spicy Demon, but Shimu left the game, I think.
Yeah.
So we will have an Incan player. He is Tech 3 everywhere. There is no way for him to embrace feudalism so far. But apart from that, that's quite a good start. He has some gold. He may have devved it a little bit. It's uneven. Sorry, Byzantic. But he's doing well. His income is not extremely strong, but it's okay. He didn't reform really his religion yet. I don't know why his authority is so low. I think he took all the events to be at low authority before finishing mopping everything. So we will see how it goes later on. But I think that he will be able to pull a nice to make a nice country before colonizers arrive. Plus his air is extremely strong. His air is a good one. He has a lawgiver, 6 military, 5 admin. It's going to be nice. There was a gold mine with +3. Really? Did I miss that? Yes. Yes. The Cerro Rico. But it's still at high autonomy. He needs to do that. Oh, what the fuck? I clicked on the minus and it increased it.
I don't know. How do you see how do you click on the nation when you're in observer mode? I never used it.
I just tagged again, but I think there is a like when I go back to observe here.
Oh yeah, thank you. I didn't want it to let me tag again. It's kind of bugged.
What
Anyway.
is the command?
No, I fixed it right now. He didn't take any of the estates, so that's kind of weird.
Yes, but it is full chord. No, it's not. It's not. I am
His hair is good.
I'm having
He's doing
troubles
pretty well.
with the observer mode. Yes. Okay. So Inca is doing quite well. He will be able, I think, to unify the region. Songhai is going to come. Korea is possibly going to come, probably more to North America, but it could come there. Apart from Songhai, he will have a hold on South America with himself. Well, he will be probably alone there, and with that, I think we basically finished all the nations in the world. We can make a quick recap of the wars that are going to happen. There will be a war between Oirat and Gansu. That is going to happen.
Yeah.
There will very probably be a war between Timurids and Jaunpur, or Timurids or Uzbek. Muscovy,
Yeah.
Muscovy and the hordes as well are going uh, very probably are going to fight. There will be a war between Buhagang and Congo, and Kilwa will take either side. There will be a war between Morocco and all of its neighbors, Castile, Portugal, and Tunis. There will be a war between France, Aragon, and possibly Castile. What else? I think that's basically it.
Yeah.
So we are going to have a nice session, and if it lags less than the first one, it should be good. But then again, it's a paradox game, so we never know.
You never know.
Thank you for watching, and see you next week.
Yeah. Yeah, boys. Happy to see ya.